They do comedy. They're really funny. You may have heard of them before. Please welcome Forbes, Shannon.
Yeah! I am the one your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family by any means.
That's the coolest I've ever felt. Right then and there. Okay, how are we doing?
Doing good, woo!
You're just looking at me like, hurry the fuck up, dude. That's the vibe I'm getting. You were yawning during Mike's set. I saw you back there. I don't mean to call you out, since you can see this is weird, but... Okay, so, we'll just jump right into it. I'm Forbes, otherwise known as Jaboy. This is from Macy's, Mike, you're right. This totally is. There's no way these kids could afford this chair. It's like $24. Right? Yeah, you saw the price tag when you stole it? It's a pretty good price. Free 99. Okay. So let's just address it up front. This what you're doing right here, this is like super cool. I mean, you really have to give it up to Jack, Davis, and Jake. I mean, like seriously, like this kind of innovative, creative stuff is what kind of keeps comedy and arts and stuff like that going. Like, do you think that they just all of a sudden put together that Mill Street Art Fair? No, it took place in shitty backyards like this one. Do you know what I mean? I'm here for you. No, but for real, like, so Tempe Late Night, right? Before Tempe Late Night became Tempe Late Night, it was Tempe Late Night with Forbes Shannon, and it took place in a Barrett classroom, and nobody came. So you are like 30 times ahead of where I'm at. So seriously, this is cool. Guys, keep coming back, because this is only going to get better. I'm assuming. No, that's a positive thing, Evan. I just said no one came to Tempe Late Night. You just totally derailed the positive sentiment I had. All right.
I was laughing because you're funny.
Okay, so because I knew that this was going to be a backyard show, I knew it was going to be intimate, is what we'll call this. The smoke, though, this has got to go. But I knew it was going to be intimate. I wanted to talk about a lot of things that I haven't really talked about in a stand-up context before, and you're going to have to bear with me because I'm going through a writing crisis where I'm focusing on finding the funny. Right, so we're going to talk about some personal stuff. You're yawning. That's cool. We're going to talk about some personal stuff. I'm going to open up to you if you can stay awake, and we're going to try and find the funny. Okay, so a lot of this at front isn't going to be inherently funny. You have to understand that I'm coming to you with my guard down, and together we're going to laugh at this because I'm still alive. You feel me? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So right off the bat, just to provide you some context, not to make myself sound like a douchebag, I was very successful in high school. Thank you. I won a scholarship. It was called the Coca-Cola Scholarship. I was the first one in my hometown to ever win the scholarship. It was a big deal. Like 86,000 kids applied for it, and 250 got it, and I was the outlier, right? Because I went to this conference, and my roommate at the conference, who also won the scholarship, his name was Ishan, and I was talking with Ishan. I was like, "So Ishan, why did you win the Coca-Cola Scholarship?" And he goes, "I won the Medal of Honor from the Army and the Navy." And he was 17. He's like, "Why are you here?" I was like, I don't know. I was like, "Tell me more. Why are you here?" And he's like, "Okay, well, what I first did was I invented this synthetic skin serum, where essentially it's like in a spray bottle, it sprays on a cut, cleans, disinfects it, and creates a scab with the tenacity of spider silk." And now I tell jokes, like that was my roommate at the Coca-Cola conference. You understand, right? And so, so that happened, and at that point in my life, I was successful, and I was regarded in the community as such. There's this organization called the National Civic League, and every year they name 10 All-American cities. And next time you're driving into Tempe or into Phoenix, if you look at the sign that says, like, welcome to Tempe or welcome to Phoenix, I think Tempe won it in 2007. I think Phoenix won it more recently in 2010. But every year they name one All-America team, right? So I was the All-America team in 2011. Here's where I'm at. So, okay? So just so we can establish that, I had this success in high school, and everyone in my high school hated me. I mean, I was a douchebag. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was an arrogant prick, right? But at the same time, everyone was like, yo, fuck this guy. Is he gonna rub it in our faces anymore? And then my high school came out with the Martin Luther King Award, right? The February of my senior year. And this is an award that was given to black kids, okay? Right? Like, all of the other names are traditional black names, I guess, right? Like Tayshawn, Laquan, Joe, and Forbes, you know? Right? So they're reading through this list of nominees. I'm the last nominee. And we're in a high school auditorium full of all of my peers, all 3,000 of the kids that, for me in this moment, their opinion was the only thing that mattered, right? And they read Forbes Shannon is nominated. I'm like, dude, don't give me this award, right? And then I was the white kid that won the MLK award. And so they're like, Forbes Shannon, come on down. And it was dead silent. This is an auditorium of 3,000 people, and I am walking down the middle in total silence. Okay, total silence. And then my one friend in the back, he's like, yeah, Forbes! So high school was bad for me, is what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, we're trying to find the funny. You guys stuck with me on that one. This is good, okay? Thank you. It's going to get weirder, okay? My senior year in high school, I went to the high school marketing competition. DECA, you guys familiar with that? Right? Yeah, so, no? Okay, so if you're not familiar with it, it was like every state had their own competition where you had to come up with your own marketing or business plan, and then you went, you pitched it, yada, yada. So, I ended up going with my high school, about like 20 of my peers. We went to the DECA State Conference representing our own individual projects. And at this point in my life, I had only smoked weed a handful of times. Yeah, and they were very strict on the no drinking. So we were like, okay, we'll get edible weed, right? So our buddy had a lollipop. We bought a lollipop, and there's 3 of us in this hotel room, and we smashed it with the hotel iron, and we split it 3 ways, right? So we go to the opening conference, and I'm just baked potato, right? Like just super high, awkwardly in the back. And it's a respectful ceremony. We're all in our suits or whatever, and I'm high as fuck. And they bring someone up who won an award, and this person happened to be quadriplegic. So she was in a wheelchair, and so she was in her wheelchair. It was like an electronic thing, and she was wheeling up to the stage. But I was so far away from the stage that I couldn't see the stage. I could only see the television, right? And the way the camera focused on bringing this girl up was such a botch job. It was like the opening credits to Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? Like it was super panned in on her face, and then it slowly panned out as she wheeled on stage, and everyone's clapping and applauding, and I am laughing my ass off because I'm high. And it wasn't because she's disabled, it was because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm laughing my ass off. I don't know, that was all that bit was. It was the worst. It was the worst I felt. Because my buddy's like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. And my teacher's like, is there a problem? And now I'm that asshole to the nearest 50 people that are like, who's the dude laughing at the woman with the disability? Do you know what I mean? Just the All-America teen, that's who. This is great. I am really going deep into my diary here, and I appreciate you guys for it. We'll keep moving. So we'll step it up another level. I deal on a daily basis as every other stand-up comedian does with clinical depression and anxiety. Like I take medication for it, yada yada. In high school, I was hospitalized because I tried to kill myself. And the way I was going to kill myself was I was going to jump off a bridge in my hometown. And my friends talked me down off the bridge, they took me home, and then my mom drove me to the hospital. And on the car ride, that was the most awkward moment of my life. Because my mom's driving me, the radio's off, and I'm just looking out the window, knowing that I'm going to the hospital and I had just, come close to killing myself. And it's awkward, and my mom wants to break the silence, and she goes, "So, what bridge were you going to jump off?" I was like, "The bridge in Gallup Park." And I'll never forget what she said. She goes, "I don't think that fall would kill you." Don't be weird. That was like the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. I was like, "You're right. I'm a fucking idiot. What was I thinking? I should have gone to I-94. I should have jumped head first. Hope to get hit by a semi." See, I can't do this at an open mic. You know what I mean? In a bar, like in South Phoenix. Yeah, this will go over great. Oh, I got a killer suicide bit. Just wait. Oh, man. Let's keep going. This is kind of in chronological order, which is funny. I was dating a girl in my senior year of high school. It was the second girl that I ever had sex with. I lost my virginity late in high school, actually on graduation day, because I was like, "I'm not leaving a virgin." It wasn't like a applause. I was just like a. The whole time I was like, "I'm the all-American team." No, but so I was dating this girl, cute little petite blonde girl, and I'm brand new to sex. I'm not good at it by any means. I'm still not good at it, but like I'm really not good then. And we're having sex, and it's hot, and she like throws me on the bed, and she gets on top of me, and she pulls me up by like my neck, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm into this," and then she punched me in the face. just fucking boom! And I'm taken aback, right? And she grabs me by the neck again, just boom, just right again. And so I'm like disoriented. I'm like, "What's happening? Do I hit her back?" And so now she's on top of me. She's just wailing on me like she's trying to take my lunch money. And then she rolls over, and I stand up, and I'm bleeding from the face, and I'm still hard as fuck. And she goes, "That's so hot." And no girl has ever said that to me ever again. You know what I mean? Like, bleeding from the face and erect is the best I'll ever be to a girl, is what I'm trying to say. Damn, I am sharing some shit, Davis. Damn, right? All right. Here's where we'll go. So I had freshman year, I got in trouble with the law for just for drinking, just for being an idiot. Show of hands, who's got an MIC? Just the all-American team? Awesome. Awesome. I'm a class of 2012 Coke Scholar and also a felon. So let's keep rolling. For a while, I was like, okay, I need to not drink anymore. I can't deal with it. And I mean, I still do, not a whole lot, more because I'm like kind of in a better state than I was. But I came back to Michigan, and I hung out with all that high school crowd that knew me as being this raucous drinker and asshole. And I went to a party, and this girl, she offered me a drink. She's like, "Do you want a drink?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good." She's like, "You're good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not drinking. I'm sober. I'm 7 months sober, actually." She goes, "Wow, that's good for you." I'm like, "Thank you." She's like, no, really, that's great. I'm like, thanks. She's like, because you were an asshole. I'm like, yeah, Lexi, I get it. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun, guys. This has been a great time. Give it up once again for Davis, Jack, and Jake. This is awesome. You guys have been great. Thank you for having us out here. It's a keg of craft beer that Mike and I will drink if you won't. So you can stop clapping.
Thank you, Forbes Shannon, for once again giving magic to this planet in the form of your intense storytelling skills and your comedic value.